Welcome to the Explainer. So, today we're going to look right past all that generative AI hype, the frantic rush for models that just write quick emails for us. Instead, we're digging deep into the architectural insights of Maurizio Rosari. We're going to see what building a truly intelligent, genuinely sustainable tech infrastructure actually requires.
Okay, let's dive into this. Right now, how are you interacting with AI? Be completely honest with yourself here. Are you mostly using it as a highly advanced answering machine, basically a really expensive magic 8-ball? You know the drill. You type in a prompt, you get a response, and boom, you move on with your day. For most of the business world, that is literally the entire extent of the interaction. But is that all there is? Or are we drastically underutilizing this incredible technology sitting right in front of us?
You see, the old way, which, let's face it, most of us still practice, is entirely focused on output. We're always asking, what can this model generate for me right this second? But the SYRAG way, it fundamentally changes the game. It shifts the focus from basic output squarely over to deep understanding. We're talking about moving away from that chaotic, unstructured prompting and moving toward a deliberate, highly structured infrastructure, one that treats AI as a completely different type of asset altogether. And this shift, it's perfectly captured in a powerful thesis from the project's creator, Maurizio Rosari. He writes, AI is not only a tool that responds, but also an environment for research, experimentation, and observation. Just think about the weight of that statement for a second. It's an absolute paradigm shift. We're no longer just talking to an AI. We are actually meant to operate within it, using it as a comprehensive, dynamic research space.
So here is our agenda for today. First, AI as a research environment. Second, the SYRAG lab, observing AI. Third, the dashboard, deliberate research workflows. Fourth, the gateway, connecting the complexity. And finally, number 5, building for durable continuity.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, AI as a research environment.
And this brilliantly illustrates the foundation of it all. The SYRAG ecosystem is built on 3 distinct functional software modules: the SYRAG lab, the R&D dashboard, and the agent gateway. Now, it's actually kind of rare to see a 3-tiered physical architecture like this, especially in a landscape that's completely dominated by single-layer chatbots. But these aren't just abstract concepts. They are deliberate layers designed to work in perfect tandem to create this brand new research environment.
Moving right along to Section 2, SYRAG Lab, Observing AI. Now, the SYRAG Lab doesn't just spit out text for you to read. Far from it. It actually uses code to turn generated text into raw structural data. This allows us to measure things like syntax trees, logical loops, and data hierarchies, almost exactly like we'd measure physical materials. It treats the text that an AI generates as structural information that can be strictly, rigorously studied. So what exactly are we observing in this software laboratory? Well, the platform maps out a model's coherence, its relationships, and its really complex behaviors. Instead of just blindly accepting a hallucinated answer, the lab forces us to ask how its internal logic actually holds up under strict scientific scrutiny. So instead of merely asking what the model generated, we're actively measuring its internal dynamics. It's a real game changer.
Let's transition to Section 3, Dashboard, Deliberate Research Workflows.
Okay, I want you to reflect on your own processes for a second. Is your experimentation scattered? Think about it. When you test a new prompt or try to push a model's limits, is it just this messy, informal trial and error session, the kind that eventually just gets buried in a long chat history unimaginatively titled New Chat 47? Yeah. For most developers and researchers, unfortunately, the answer is a resounding yes.
So the crucial point is this. Informal experimentation is scattered, it's temporary, and it's super easily lost to time. Deliberate research, on the other hand, is highly intentional and trackable. The SYRAG R&D dashboard exists specifically to transform your messy, short-term testing into a beautifully structured, deliberate workflow.
This dashboard layer adds massive long-term value. It acts as a dedicated space to compare experiments side by side, organize complex workflows, and build out research processes that are entirely trackable over time. Basically, it ensures that the brilliant insights you discover today remain perfectly accessible and actually useful months from now.
Which brings us to Section 4, Gateway, Connecting the Complexity. Let's move to and see how this builds into the final piece of the puzzle. The SYRAG Agent Gateway is the ultimate connective tissue. In step 1, it securely connects all the modules we've just been talking about. Then, step 2, it turns those structural requests into concrete actions. And finally, step 3, it coordinates system coherence. It takes all that crazy underlying complexity and transforms it into a manageable, unified system where the entire environment just works together seamlessly.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, Building for Durable Continuity.
You know, the tech industry right now has this massive obsession with short-term efficiency. Everyone is building these disposable wrappers that are completely obsolete in 6 months just to get things done slightly faster today. But SYRAG? SYRAG aims for something much, much deeper, long-term durability. It's building an infrastructure strictly designed to remain useful, even as data volumes explode and the surrounding context inevitably changes.
Durability, structure, evolution. I mean, these 3 words absolutely nailed the true value of this entire project. It's not simply about making advanced technology for the sake of it. No, it's about crafting technology that has the inherent structural ability to keep learning, adapt to new challenges, and remain highly meaningful in an incredibly demanding and complex digital environment.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Look closely at the workflows you rely on right now. Are they built just to squeeze out today's output? Or are they truly engineered to survive tomorrow's complexity? Think about that. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep structuring your insights, and I will see you next time.